Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're tackling a fun and straightforward Leetcode problem called convert binary number in a linked list to integer. It sounds a little wordy, but the idea is actually very simple, and we'll break it down step by step. Okay, so here's the deal. We're given a linked list, but it's a special one. Each node in the list can only hold a value of either 0 or 1. Together, these nodes represent a binary number. Our task is to take this linked list and return its decimal value. You know, the normal number we use every day. A key piece of information is that the head of the list, the very first node, is the most significant bit. Let's walk through the example on the screen to really get the hang of it. The input is a list representing 101, so how do we get to the number 5 from that? Let's start with a running total, which is initially 0. We see the first node, which has a value of 1, so our total becomes 1. Easy enough. Now, we move to the next node, which is a 0. Before we use this 0, we have to understand that we're building a binary number. Every time we move one step to the right in the list, our existing number needs to be shifted one place to the left, which is the same as multiplying it by 2. So we take our current total, 1, multiply it by 2 to get 2, and then we add the value of the new node, which is 0. Our running total is now 2. Finally, we hit the last node, which is a 1. We do the same thing again, take our current total, 2, multiply it by 2 to get 4, and then add the new node's value, 1. And that gives us our final answer, 5. This process we just walked through is our first official approach. Let's call it iterative math. The logic is exactly what we just did. We'll create a variable to hold our number, starting it at 0. Then, we'll loop through the linked list, from the head all the way to the end. For every single node we visit, we'll update our number by first doubling it, and then adding the node's value. That's it. We just repeat that until we've seen all the nodes. Alright, here's the Python code for that idea. It's super clean. We declare a variable, which we call num, and set it to 0. Then, we start a while loop that continues, as long as the head node is not null. Inside the loop is our keyline. The variable num gets updated to be num times 2, plus the value of the current head node. Then, we move to the next node in the list. Once the loop is done, we just return the final num. Okay. Now for a second approach that does the exact same thing, but in a way that's a bit more computer-friendly. We can use what are called Bitwise Operations. It turns out that multiplying an integer by 2 is identical to shifting all of its bits one position to the left. The operator for that is the double less than sign. And since we know the value we're adding is either 0 or 1, and the spot we're adding it to is always empty after the shift, a simple addition is the same as a bitwise OR operation. The code for this bitwise approach looks almost identical. We still initialize our number to 0 and loop while head exists. The only difference is the update line. Here, num is updated by taking the current num, shifting it left by 1 spot, and then performing a bitwise OR with the current head's value. It's a very common and efficient pattern you'll see in programming. After the update, we move to the next node, and finally, return the result. So what about performance? For time complexity, we have to visit every single node in the linked list exactly 1 time. So the time our code takes grows linearly with the number of nodes, which we call n. This gives us a time complexity of big O of n. And for space, in both solutions we only used one extra variable to store our running total. The amount of memory we use doesn't change no matter how long the linked list is. That's what we call constant space, or big O of 1. Both of our solutions are very efficient, so let's just quickly recap. The main idea here is to process the binary number from its most significant bit to its least significant bit. For each bit we encounter, we effectively shift our current number to the left to make room, and then we add in the new bit. Whether you write that with multiplication and addition, or with bitwise shifts, the underlying concept is exactly the same. It's a really fundamental pattern for number conversions. Hope that breakdown was clear and helpful. If you learned something, feel free to hit the like button, and maybe subscribe for more explanations like this. If you have any questions or a different way of solving it, drop a comment below. And hey, if you're feeling extra generous, the Boba Fund is always open for donations. Thanks for watching, keep up the great work, and I'll see you in the next one.